But he'd love to get his hands on that beautiful trophy once again.
Yeah, but it's Stephen talking about his run when he was dominating 36 matches, which is quite remarkable. But to say Judd's 22 consecutively in this modern era is something to be lauded as well. And you consider, people were saying, oh, some of those are best of sevens and stuff, Ken, but they're actually sometimes harder to win, aren't they?
Without a shadow of a doubt, yeah. And a lot of them, he came through a lot of final frame deciders, which is quite remarkable as well. No, he's on a great run. His confidence is back, John. There's no doubt about that. And although he didn't perform that well in the final, I mean, Mark Allen gave him a right old beating in the final of the Champion of Champions. So he'll want to, start off this campaign on the front foot. Now this could be nice indeed. He could be on the black here. Oh, well, say he's on the black, but not nicely. Hampered by the red, so pink into the right centre.
Ah, beautifully cued. They're good way to start a match like that with that piece of cueing. No hesitation whatsoever.
7.
Yeah, the
8.
boys were talking about it early, and last season he just looked bereft of confidence. His cueing certainly wasn't anywhere near what it had been. There was a lot of deceleration going on last year. Didn't really find the middle of the white too often, but whatever he's done, whether it's hard work, graft, or a bit of coaching or something, I don't know, but whatever it is, it's all turned round.
15.
And he's back to his very best. It's good to see.
16.
Yeah, this is where he is at his best, in around this black spot. Scoring power, quite incredible. I mean, that season where he had over 100 centuries in a season, only 2 players, himself and Neil Robertson, have ever achieved that.
23.
And he's well on course this year as well. He's already had 46 centuries this season, John. The whole of last season he had 45, so that sort of gives you an indication of how well he's scoring,
Yeah, that'll work. Just run a little bit too far for the bottom red he was playing on, so use the extension and a longer rest.
Thank you.
There's already,
24.
even just at the start of this break, as we see the thin clip and back down towards the black, there's an authority, a strike in his cueing at the moment. Looks like a confident man.
$31.
It'll be interesting to see how he goes about this little pattern of play, how he's going to attack those
32.
tightly bunched reds beneath the pink. He's got a couple of loose reds, as we see. But sooner rather than later, he's got to try and open up those reds to win the frame from this visit.
$38. $39.
I'm just wondering, will he do it off this black here? He's got a nice angle. He could still play for the loose red, but it's not always a good thing to leave it till the last. If you get a chance early, try and split the reds. There you go. Now, how's your look? Very, very good indeed. Wow. What a shot. Wow.
46.
Just watch the cue ball for the second part of this. It looks like it's stopping there and zip right back. Beautifully struck. As I say, you can see
47.
straight away when someone's hitting the ball properly, and this is it.
It's a wonderful sight, that, isn't it? When you go into the pack like that, and there's not many as the cue power at Judd Trump, but that's where it comes in handy. That bite on the cue ball, acceleration through it.
54.
Fantastic.
Yeah, hitting it so well. He's slightly overscrewed that one. Played for the red 2 below the pink, but obviously in an area where he can take this one instead, so change your plan.
55.
slightly gone awry here. He's actually
60.
hoping to play for that red, maybe into the right centre or into this left corner, but wanted to be on it a little bit straighter than this. Yeah, no problem.
61.
No problem. Back top side of the blue.
And already his young opponent sitting in the other chair must be thinking
66.
that's the end of frame one. Not had his hand on the table yet. It's just been Judd Trump at his best. Cue ball control for the most part been exemplary. And maybe want to win this in one visit. Keep his opponent
67.
cold off the table.
Yeah, it was just one loose safety shot, wasn't it, from Pang? He'd be disappointed with that, to give Trump that sort of easy starter into the right centre pocket.
Just give me a second, Judd.
That's the last thing he wanted to do, was sit down for the whole of the frame and let his opponent, who's already full of confidence, to settle in quickly. Not the start that Pang wanted.
Thank you.
This pink may still be
73.
potable into the left corner. He may even play for it here, or for the blue. Well, he's gone for the black,
74.
so maybe the pink is not available. But I don't think any of those reds around the pink are potable, so he might have to go into those reds to keep the break going and maybe get his, well, 47th
81.
century of the season. So it all depends on this little shot here.
82.
Can he develop all three reds here from this shot?
Yeah, it's a nice enough target, isn't it? Plenty big enough for somebody of Judd's capabilities. And that'll do.
87.
Not only flick the red out, the other two are absolutely
88.
perfect now. And this really is a wonderful way to start a very important match.
$95. 96.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Wonderful control.
101.
Can't start a match better than this. Boy, does he look in some form.
102.
Oh, have a look at this shot.
109.
What a shot.
Yeah, he's getting bored doing it the conventional way. Oh, look at that positional shot. Terrible.
111.
It's careless. Can he get on the brown? Oh, unlucky.
114.
Surely he won't pot this one. Absolutely brilliant opening frame from Judd Trump. You simply can't hit the ball better than that. That's how you do it, folks. It's 1-0.
But one thing's for sure, if he plays like that for the rest of the tournament, that stat will be changing.
Okay, back we go, frame two.
Pang Junxu to break.
So, Pang Junxu breaks off in the second frame. We're hoping for a few shots and hopefully a few pots to settle him down. He's a wonderful player. This young man plays up in the Ding Junhui Academy in Sheffield. Very diligent worker, as indeed all the Chinese boys are. And he had a wonderful performance. He beat me on a not that he beat me, but he beat me on the way to qualifying for the World Championship, John. But he played Ronnie O'Sullivan in the first round, and Ronnie was well ahead but he came all the way back to only lose 10-7. But it took him a while to settle down at the Crucible. But he's a very, very steady player, and hopefully we'll get to see some of his talent today. Well, he's had a right result there, Judd Trump. He's not left his opponent anything easy.
That's what happens when you're on a good run, isn't it? Missed that by quite a way. Balls all around the table, cannon into things, but he's left a pot, but far from easy. And of course, he's pretty cold. Potted the ball yet, so may not even take it on. Indeed, he isn't. Don't blame him.
He's got to hide this red that's close to this bottom right corner pocket, so he's trying to use the yellow and blue here. He's got good cover.
Yeah, quite like that as well. It shows me good patience there. He's been blitzed in the first frame and could have been tempted to take something on a bit risky, but played the correct shot.
Yeah, his best run in a ranking tournament was that WST Classic. Lost in the final to Mark Selby down in Leicester.
Yeah, one thing you can say as well, Kenneth, they're all playing in those academies. They're getting great practice, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're playing each other's, proper match players. They're all, proper competition.
Yeah, we saw another one of those yesterday. Juan Sijon. He played particularly well. Gave Luca Brissell a really good run yesterday. He plays in the academy as well. Ding Junxu, of course, had that wonderful win in the first round against Mark Allen. We're all playing each other down there, and again, as you said, very, very sharp. They put in a lot of hours, a lot of work.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here. This is a safety shot. He's got to hit, either extremely thin or a little bit thicker. That red that's near the middle pocket isn't in a great spot. He's got to make sure he avoids that and doesn't promote one over the corner. So he's played it with a bit of side, and he'll be fairly happy with that. Okay, cue ball's not quite on the bottom cushion, but it wasn't totally straightforward, that.
Big target behind yellow, green and brown now. Just needs to miss this yellow. Ooh, almost. Would have been in a bit of trouble there. Pang. But he's okay.
I might have half a chance here. A little skinny one off this red, and then get the cue ball round about where he is now. You can take it back up in that area. He might be covering one side of the table. And he played it thicker with the side. Same difference, just trying to get over that side of the table. Very good attempt if he hasn't got him.
Well, can you just see the edge? Let's have a look right down the line. May have just got the edge of this red. Very good.
Oh, that's painful for Pang, that, because he nearly had his man there. He nearly had him. Half a roll, and that cue ball would have been very beneficial.
Yeah, and I must say, John, these tables are playing so nice, so fast. There's a lovely pace about them. What's he trying here?
Don't know, but don't look at that one. Yeah, he's got a gap here. You can play off the two reds that are close to each other, play through the gap. okay, but not quite getting that tell-in safety. As I say, a couple of shots ago, he was a little bit unlucky not to fully get Judd in trouble, but he can get his hand on the table easy enough.
Well, maybe sizing up this pot. This certainly is not easy. Oh, you got very close. Very close indeed. Let's have a look at this again. He would have, maybe as that cue ball got to that red, he probably thought that was going in. Unfortunately, the red has come up and it's left Judd Trump a possible pot into this yellow pocket. Doesn't have to do much with the cue ball. Maybe on green or brown.
Yeah, not as straightforward as it looks. Blind pocket. Be very accurate with these. So it's not a gimme.
Thank you.
Hasn't come in a great spot this for Junxu. He'd like to have been able to get in behind the yellow. Certainly green or brown, just to put a bit of pressure on, but when it's finished, can he stun it away and get in there? Nearly. Once again, nearly. Mind you saying that, this is one hard safety shot. Very easy to hit this thick. Good shot. Very good shot.
Well, this may open up a few reds here if he's playing the reds just above the black. Trying to swing it off 4 cushions behind that. Maybe yellow or green. It's a bit pacey. Good effort.
Yeah, he's just having a little nearly session here, isn't he? The 2 or 3 attempts to get in behind. He's just not quite been correct with his contact. Pretty close, but not close enough.
He's in a little bit of bother here. Can't swing that cue ball down the left hand side of the table here. I don't think there's a gap. So he's got to play one of these reds down the right hand side, and it's not straightforward to get this back to balk. He may play a containing safety shot here and leave the cue ball down this end, but what's he going to play here? Is he going to play the red above the black? Oh, it's a pot.
Foul.
Yeah, he
Junxu foul.
couldn't find the pathway back to balk, so decided to have a go. Now, is the red going to be left? Is it on into the yellow pocket?
Yeah, I think so. So, not a brilliant chance this, but the first chance. I'll look at a decent pot. It's not.
One.
No, hopefully the brown will still pot, which I think it does by the way he walked round the table. Maybe yellow, but either way, they both go.
Not far enough.
5.
I'm trying to get on that red below the pink into this right corner. It's come up short. So it's to take an alternative red, and certainly this is not easy. And going into other reds as well. Yeah, missable.
Bang Junxu.
Always when you're going
5.
into other reds, it takes your eye off the pot, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, snooker players don't like that, do they? They like to know that if you're taking the pot on, there's some confidence in where the cue ball's going, but when you've got a shot like that careering into other reds, you're not absolutely sure.
One.
Yeah, it was interesting, that little shot before that Judd went in off. I mean, he did have a pretty easy safety shot he could have played, but sometimes you just got to be, as well as you're playing and as high as your confidence level is, you still have to play the odd containing shot. It was certainly a big risk taking that pot on.
7.
But he's not been punished.
Eight.
Well, got a tremendous amount of side spin on the ball there. Look where it's ended up. He's okay. He's knocked the red over this left corner, so put the yellow back down for one of these reds.
Yeah, I want to get rid of that red that's over the corner pocket as soon as possible, so he opens the pockets for the pink. I mean, pink's obviously on its spot and quite a nice position. Nothing to do with the black at the moment, so that will be the scoring ball.
Thank you. 11.
Not a great chance this. Let's see what he makes of it.
Yeah, I was just going to say he's going to have his work cut out here. He'll chip away at the couple of loose reds available. But at one point, he's going to have to go in and try and develop some reds.
17.
Keep this break going. I think the one that's closest to the right corner, that's available after this, but I don't think anything else.
$18.
Yeah, so the closest one to the right corner may be his next choice, but not straightforward.
Yeah, now his plan here, of course, is just to obviously play on that red that's available, but maybe just move another one out the way and do it that way. Trying to progress the break, so he'll pot this and the red that's next to it, try and flick that out the way, but as Ken said all the time, it's just getting
24.
a bit trickier now. So there's two reds
25.
brought back into play.
Yeah, he's worked that little pattern out quite nicely. Oh, this has gone wrong. I felt he probably should have used the other side there, John. A bit of left-hand side off two cushions.
100%.
30.
I absolutely do think that's the wrong side. And it only needed a little trace of it. You'd be coming back into the area where that red was readily available. Playing it that way, what he's just done could happen. So not very often you see him play the wrong shot, but that was it. He'd be disappointed with that. That was a
Judd trump. 30.
turning into a decent chance. Yeah, play the red that's just below the black and just chip it to the others. You can't really knock a red over the hole there, you wouldn't think. That's a bit trickier though.
Well, if he plays this red just above the black, he's got to play it with pace, which means potentially your red could go very close to this right corner pocket, so he's got to be careful of that.
Yeah, I'm not liking this one. This could definitely go wrong.
There you see it. There is a red has popped out and there's a gap. Judd can take on this red. Try and find that gap through the reds. And back down the table. Wasn't easy. He's missed it as he left it. Once again, could have been nicer.
Honestly, he's having a right run at the moment. And there's 2 shots already that he's played in this. I mean, okay, he's left the pot here, but this is really good cueing required. Very easy to flick a bit aside on this one.
Yeah, well played. That was a good, and that'll give him a bit of confidence. That was a good shot, as you said, John. He needed. Stay very still on that. Now a chance. Try and put a few balls, get some points on the board.
Yeah, well, showed himself already to be pretty competent in the match play department, but you're not going to beat Judd Trump unless you score, so it's not easy, I know that, but one decent positional shot onto a colour and you could get those reds in play.
Six.
Yeah, may have to play up for the red that's on the balk line now. But it's a very big target, the way those reds are. Got a couple of options here, Ken. Which way would you go?
Yeah. Well, he's having a look to see if something's available
12.
into that right corner. I don't think there is, so he's got to pot the red, get a nice angle on the blue. You would see you get a lot more power from the blue into those reds. Needs to hold
13.
up. Oh, that's a poor shot. Needed to have an angle. No angle at all. Let's end the break.
Yeah, you were better being lower there than higher, weren't you? Even if you underhit that one, it was you'd left yourself a cut where you could go into the reds, but he was trying to leave himself, well, he should have been leaving sort of half ball so he could stun down into those. So that was a pretty poor shot, you have to say.
Not quite sure why he didn't just sort of soft screw the red in, John, and stay on the right hand side of the table. That would have been, I think, the easier shot of the two. No angle, is he?
No, just needed a little bit more attention. It was such an important pot, that was. Well, positional side of it, certainly. Well, good pot. What's he found?
19.
Well, that'd be all right if you were behind there, but he's got the black in the way.
Oh, this would be very dangerous if he's going to attempt this plant. Look how far the two balls are away
I
from
see.
each
There
other.
you go. That's what he was doing, lining up there. Got you.
Big shot, this. Oh, well played.
Nice.
Well played.
Beautiful. I didn't think he could sneak through there, but that was well done. Nice little flick. So he looked like he'd lost the cue ball earlier. But he's managed to recover it and, well, turned this into a very good chance.
27.
Yeah, you can peel off these loose reds. He'll need those two reds that are close together. He'll need to develop those eventually, but clean up the loose reds first.
28.
Yeah, you just feel like this is a very important visit, don't you? It's just one that he's manufactured very well, but he's got to make the most of. He's got to let Judd know that he's here to score.
He's had a quick glance at the score. 2 reds and blacks will put him
35.
30 points ahead. Still 43 remaining.
36.
Those reds are in a nice line. Well, I wouldn't go into them off the red. I'd take the red and then go into them from the black. And they're not in a bad situation there, John, are they? Because if he hits the first red, the second red will go towards this bottom right corner pocket.
43.
So needs a really good angle onto this black here after this red.
Yeah, agreed. Anything you've not got to do after you've knocked this in when you're on the black is not get a skinny contact. You need to get
44.
these reasonably thick to flick one along. Looks pretty good. And that lovely little plant early on in this particular break might just be the key. Can he get a good cannon here? Ooh, a little unlucky.
Hit it very hard though, didn't he? I don't think he needed to
51.
hit it that hard. So, frame still alive for Judd Trump. Yeah, just a bit too much pace.
Yeah, very dangerous frame now. Only the 30 points ahead, 2 reds left on, so plenty of points available, and he's got to make sure you get a good cue ball here in behind that green. That's poor. That really is poor.
Bang Junxu. 51.
He's about 6 to 8 inches out there.
This looks a bit heavy. Yeah, it is. Judd Trump won't be happy with that. Trying to hide the cue ball behind the yellow, but most important thing is get the red safe. Chance. We saw how close he got with an attempt of a red into the same pocket. And this is a test of his cue action. He must stay so still on these shots. Has he got away with it? Is it going towards this left middle pocket? It needs to go. If it is, ooh, chance for Trump now.
Oh, well, he's walking to the table. He's thinking it's dubious that it's cuttable, but it looks like it's okay to me. But he's given it plenty of attention.
Yeah, it's definitely cuttable, all right. I mean, he was looking at maybe playing the snooker, knocking this red up into the bulk area, but he's got to play the cut, surely. Oh, wow.
Wow, and a miss.
Maybe it's a lot more difficult than we thought from this angle, John.
Well, I was just going off his body language when he came to the table. He was giving it that much attention. It obviously looked a bit dubious, but I still didn't think he'd miss it completely. So, what a chance. Although I have to say, that's a shocker. What has he played there? A little smile to himself, but he'd be kicking himself after that. To finish there. too thin on the black, not right on the pink.
Yeah, needs the black. 35 ahead, still 35 remaining. No. Wow, wow.
Thank you.
It's hard to believe, John, where that cue ball finished after the red over the middle pocket. I mean, he could have played for blue or pink.
The fact that he only just needed it, it's made the shot even worse, isn't it? Just drop on it. I mean, he will absolutely kick himself if he doesn't win this frame, and he's going to be snookered in a minute. It's all self-inflicted, this, I'm afraid.
Needs a bit of luck here. He'll hit it, but needs a bit of luck. Well, he hasn't got it. He's left this, has he? Is there a gap? Maybe not. He has a bit of luck. Could swerve it, but he's not going to. Safety, knock it up the table, try and get cover on the pink. Now one good pot here from Pang. He'll definitely be taking this red on, but he hasn't knocked in a long ball yet. He needs one here.
Yeah, good news about this, of course, you know. If you knock this in, you will definitely be winning the frame. Oh, goodness me. I know he went for it in that hole, Ken, but
Yeah.
You can't beat a bit of luck. I have to say, it wasn't very convincing near the end of this frame. I know he's a young man out there in a big circumstances playing Judd Trump, but one or two shots near the end of the frame weren't particularly brilliant, but you can't beat a bit of luck.
No. I'm sure Judd Trump will stay in his chair.
Pang Junxu.
And he does, yeah. So a little bit of fortune for Pang Junxu, but he won't bother about that. He's got his first frame on the board. He's level. It's one frame apiece.
And but like Stephen says, Judd won't be intimidated by what he's seen so far.
Okay, frame 3, here we go.
Very decent break off from Judd there. Yeah, it was a scrappy old frame, wasn't it? There's some weird and wonderful shots near the end of it.
Possible pot here for Judd Trump into this left corner pocket. Wonderful. Needs the cue ball to slow down or get a kiss off the brown. Beautifully cued though.
Judd trump 1.
It's amazing the top spin he can generate. The ball. Look where he's aiming there. It's over the right hand side of the cue ball. You have to be so accurate with those shots.
Yeah, it's a technique that's all his own, which talked about, but it works. That's the main thing. And that's, well, you'd have to say, a pretty poor shot again. Not easy for Judd to land on anything guaranteed here, but at least he's got a red and he'll be screwing back quite firmly.
1.
Yeah, the last thing he wanted to see was that black gone safe. Now he has a nice angle on the yellow. He could play for one of the loose reds, but will he take the opportunity to go into the pack here? The pink is available into the left corner should he get on his next red, but I don't know, maybe he might be contemplating going into the pack here, but it would be risky. Playing for the loose one.
Three.
Oh, very good cueing. Just wondering, Ken, whether that pink spot's occupied, so the pink could go on the black spot, which would be handy. It's a bit congested around there, but can't really see. But hasn't got a great angle on it anyway at the moment. So yeah, if that pink was potted, don't know whether it'd go back on its own spot.
Oh, there's the overhead, maybe. Might be right, might be covered. The cue ball needs to slow up here. It's okay. Now he may be able to screw
9.
across. Put his pink into the same pocket. Yeah.
10.
Now what does he do here? Does he play for one of the loose reds, or does he use all his power here, top spin, and try and get that cue ball running through the pack?
Yeah, the angle he's got, I think he's more or less got to move that other red now, so that option I was mentioning earlier about the black spot probably won't be there.
Well, he decided and tried to dislodge a few, but it hasn't
16.
worked out. Got one possible red into the left middle, but very tricky bridging over those reds.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Very much in a similar ilk to yesterday with Luca Brissell playing, when these two boys are playing, the two of the greatest shot makers we have in our game. Although we won't be happy with that positional shot.
22.
For the red that was to the left of the pink there, some cue ball really got away from him. He's taking it on, but as I say, he should have been well, at least another foot up the table with the cue ball there, and that's pretty tight.
Well,
Very unlucky, because that
Junxu
was an
22
absolutely tremendous
for
pot.
Junxu.
And the side cushion into these pockets. That was brilliantly cued. Can't legislate for that. Flick off the pink and in the middle pocket, but it was a great pot.
Return of safety from Pang. And he's got to be careful here from the 3 reds that he'll be playing off. One of those may go close to this left corner pocket. Needs to hit it with a bit of pace to knock it away, get it up the table, and that's what he has done. But what a good cue ball. Is he slightly hampered by the brown to take this red on?
Yeah, there's no great value in it either, is there? If black was on its spot, it'd be jumping over this one straight away, but because the black's up the table out of commission, is there any value in that red? So he thinks he can power it with topspin and widen the angle. Yep, there's my answer. Great shot. 1. Very good indeed. Lovely piece of cue in that. Yeah, you could get past the reds quite comfortably. Not a great chance this yet, Ken, is it? But it's going to be there's a big positional shot coming up.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, is he going to try and screw into the pack, or there's one loose red at the bottom of the reds. He's trying to screw into the pack and try and make something happen. Missed it.
3.
Fascinating, the 2 completely different styles, John, you know, and snooker out there, different cue actions, completely different styles, the way to go about the game.
Bang Junxu. 3.
But effective.
Yeah, he's definitely got to score more though, and he's in. I agree with the boys in the studio, we're talking about it. It's not, I don't think he'd win this match by looking for 4 or 5 chances a frame, because he shouldn't really be getting them, and you wouldn't think he would. Seems a little harsh on him, but when the chances are coming, he's just got to score a bit heavier.
Well, he's having a look at this red just left of the blue. Maybe too tight. The red just above the pink is potable, and there is a gap between the pink and the reds. You could take that on as well. He'd love to take this red on left of the blue. He really would. Actually, the brown may be a good guide here, John. Yes, it was. What a shot. Great shot.
Yeah, that's the best shot of the match from him so far. Beautifully cued. You see that cue action, very straight. So now, come on, you've got to score. This is a really good chance. And you've got to keep that cue ball nice and tight. Just a series of stuns and screws, you would think.
4.
Get himself on that pink.
Well, it's a bonus. The pink pots into the right corner pocket through those reds. And those 4 reds are all available. So not much work to do. He's only 11 points behind. the red that's closest to the left-hand side cushion. That may become the pivotal ball in this little break here.
11.
If he can tidy up these 5 loose reds, he's going to need that red to win the frame.
Twelve.
He's got very solid cue action, very straight, as you said, John, but he stays very still on the shot.
18.
Oh yeah, there's a lot to like, that's for sure. That cueing was bolt straight on that long red. But this is the
90.
bread and butter stuff that he's really got to take if he's going to have aspirations of competing with Judd Trump today. As I say, little screws and stuns. Economy of effort with the cue ball, doesn't have to move around the table very much. Just do the simple stuff well.
25. $26.
I'm sure he's already had a little glance at the scoreboard. There's another one as he comes around the table. So he'll be working out after these loose reds. How am I going to get that last red? He'll only need the last red. He won't need a colour with it, so that will help him. But he could bring it out further into play, or maybe just get behind it eventually.
$33.
It shows you can as well after that magnificent start from Judd. Break of 114, virtually first shot. And the way it's looking, he could be going 2-1 behind. Big fluke in the last frame. Certainly helped this young man. He's taken these nicely so far. And he looks like one of those players to me who isn't going to go away. He might not have been scoring very well so far, but he's in there competing.
Yeah, now here's the decision to make. Does he try and develop the red with the red? Or does he just play on the pink? It looks like he's going to try and bring the red into play, is he? Taking a chance. Yeah, you needed to get the back of the red, didn't you? You know, to get the red out, but also get the cue ball out.
Yeah, it's a funny way he played that, actually. I'd have been very tempted just to play the straight cannon onto that red. Not use the cushion first. Play half ball on the right hand side of it and virtually guarantee that you were getting the cue ball out, but he's now given himself a problem. Big shot to take a pot on.
Yeah, decision time. Very confident in his cue action. Doesn't refuse a lot, but just looking at the situation, 24 points in the lead. He's got the black safe. He's taking this green on, I think. Big shot. Oh, big shot. Oh, and he's left it.
Bang Junxu. 40.
Wow, after all the hard work, he's done all that. As I say, that cannon onto that red, I couldn't have played it the way he played it. And he's basically put himself under pressure with that shot. Hit it a little bit hard, you have to say. So there's a chance for Judd Trump to pinch the frame.
1.
Yeah, yellow, green, brown, blue and pink may not be a problem here for Trump, but that black may be. He's going to need it. But it's in a wonderful position, isn't it, for a double, should he wish to take that on. Well, here's a little shot
8.
Johnny might play. Maybe not now. I was going to say, if he got the right side of the brown, knock the black out.
100% correct. Play half ball on the brown and flick the black out. They've been end of frame.
11.
Yep. I think he missed a trick there.
$15.
Now, what does he do? Does he get an angle on the pink and pot in the blue? He's got to play down the left-hand side of the table, you will feel. That's what he's eyeing up, the possibility of the double. It looks in a really good position, the black. Or does he get low on the pink and try and knock the black towards that green pocket?
I think that's the easier of the two shots to play, isn't it? Leaving that one. He was looking at playing pink round the angles, but I mean, a player of Judd's capabilities, you'd be surprised if he didn't get some cannon, leaving the cue ball where he has done. So it's all about the contact now.
Oh, that looks just about perfect. He's got enough angle on the pink to play the cannon, but what's he going to do? Is he going to play for the double, or is he going to play the cannon? Cannon could go wrong. He's going to try and knock the black down towards that green pocket. Yeah, it could go wrong. Too hard.
26.
Too hard. The drama continues. I love these black ball games, Sean. He just didn't get the right connection. I'll tell you what, it's not that.
Yeah, we're going to go back to the shot we mentioned earlier, Ken. I definitely think he missed a trick there. When he was making that clearance, he should have been leaving
26.
half ball on the brown, and he wouldn't have got to this stage. He'd have potted the brown, flicked the black off the cushion, and it'd have been game over.
Well, it was a containing safety shot. He could have got a bit more distance, I feel, with black and cue ball. He could be in a bit of trouble. Because Judd Trump is going to get the distance now. So slight advantage to Judd Trump in this little safety scenario.
Yeah, they become so much trickier. Of course, a lot of pressure on this, and massive ball difference between 2-1 up or 2-1 down, and these cloths are very fine and very fast. Oh, and he got a double kiss he didn't want, but it turned out okay, luckily for him.
Yeah, he's played this well. Good shot. Normally, the players of this modern era just play side to side, black on one side cushion, cue ball on the other.
Tempted by the double, Kenny?
Oh yes, without a doubt. I'm sure Judd will take this double on. There we go. Is it there? It's close. It's very close indeed. What a shot. Great double from Judd Trump. Pang had his chance, he missed it. The man in form goes ahead. He's 2-1 up.
Thank you, the fourth frame.
Kept the pressure on his
Bang
opponent.
Junxu to break.
So I wonder, the questions will be how he's going to react to that.
Yeah, I think we've already seen he's got a pretty good temperament. Probably won't be affected too much, but it was just how do I say, it was slightly naive, the shot before, wasn't it? You know, if you play off the cushion first with that shot, you're more or less guaranteeing leaving the cue ball near the side cushion, so it wasn't the right shot, but he backed himself to pot the green and he just missed.
Judd Trump special.
One.
Short of the ball line, perfect. Wonderful pot, this.
I have to say that was a lot better pace as well. I think he's hit, even by his standards, 1 or 2 a little hard today. That was much more controlled. You know, Sean mentioned he played last night, the cloth, how quick it was and how reactive it. Certainly don't need to hit these balls too hard on these conditions. Oh, is that red above the black go?
Yeah, he was playing for it, but he didn't play to hit the middle pocket there. Just gone slightly awkward. This still can hold the cue ball using the other red. Nicely played. Oh, that red just came back
6.
up. Look at that. He's not on the black.
What a difference that made. Yeah. I was thinking it was going to be quite beneficial, but that little flick
Yellow ball.
certainly ruined the break. So down to the balk area.
Judd trump 6.
Yeah, just to elaborate on the conditions, it's quite funny actually. I've still got a snooker table at home upstairs, Ken, and I have my pals around occasionally to have a game on there, and I put the heaters on and iron it, put a hot iron on and polish the balls, and honestly you can't believe how difficult the conditions are. And the pockets of course are very tight compared to club tables, so it makes for an interesting watch, I can tell you.
Nice for you to put the heating on for the lads when they come round. Yeah, these tables, and these are all brand new tables this year, John. You know, all the circuit. Another double, is it? Oh, we had a good shot from a member in the crowd. He saw it before we did.
Commentator's eye somewhere there.
Lovely.
Eight.
Can he knock this red in and get a good angle on maybe blue or ball colour? Probably play for brown or green here would be better. Still a little bit of a problem with a member of the audience is receiving some attention, so Judd Trump gonna just take his time because it's right in his line.
Yeah, stop there.
Let's hope the person is feeling okay. Maybe the heat in the arena.
Yeah, they know it's medical emergency. Yeah. You're taking them off.
Yeah, there's a chance that players
It's a
may
medical
come out of the
emergency,
arena
we'll go
here.
off for a second. Okay, so I've come off.
Person definitely needs attention, so
Judd, it's a
both
medical
players may
emergency,
be
so
asked to
we'll go
leave.
off for
I
a
think they are. Yeah, thank you, Hazel. And of course, big shot coming up. Concentration straight away for this one. It's important because he just wants to get an angle. That's well played. Under the circumstances, very good. Blue's actually not a great ball to get into this pack because obviously the pink is quite away from the top of the pack. If the pink was tight onto those reds, it'd be a big target. But you could hit that pink and the cue ball could cannon off and not get any contact with any reds at all. So in a perfect world, I'd like to have been on green and come into the pack from the side, but he's played a lovely little cannon there, and that has worked out beautifully.
Yeah, that was a lovely shot.
14.
He couldn't play, as you said. Full paddle into the pink. Could have gone completely wrong, but that was, wow, that was lovely. Really delicate little cannon, brought that red. See, there's another couple of reds available into that right corner pocket as well, just from that one shot. And there you see another couple of reds available there, so he doesn't have to.
15.
Well, a little bit short with the cue ball there.
I tell you what, he's got a lovely little cannon if he wants to go into that bunch. He played one early in the game, Ken, didn't he? Where he powered in there and had a little bit extra screw back. I mean, he can go in. There's a nice gap above there. You could play the little screw in too, and well, you'd be cursed not to be on a red. So it's he's just having a look at that now. He's just having a look at that gap to see where he needs to get in.
Yeah, you've got to bite into the cue ball here. Just avoid the red, just almost directly above the black. Once he avoids that, well, he's not playing that shot, so what's he playing here?
Just wondering whether that red above might just clip it. Looks like he can get in there. Played it very much on the delicate side, but obviously thought that was the only way he could avoid that cannon on the red, but it's not turned out brilliantly well.
22.
Still got a pot, but awkward.
Yeah, so he had to bite the cue ball, didn't he, just to avoid that red, but didn't get enough pace on it, as you said. He's still on this red here, using the extension and extended rest, not being able to see the angle from where he's going to be taking the shot. It's maybe come back up for blue here. It's not easy, this, at all. Sort of playing it into a blind pocket, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, that's why he's just come round, just to have a little look, try and get in his mind's eye that angle, because it's very difficult from down that end just to, over that distance, especially with the extended rest, just to picture the angle you need. Well played. Good shot.
Okay.
A bit trickier than it looked.
23.
Yeah, he'd be delighted. And he's got top side up the blue as well, so still not completely ideal. I'm just wondering, would he play for, there is one loose red into this bottom right corner pocket. Yeah, he's not going to play for the cannon, so he's going to play on that red.
$28.
Yeah, he had a choice, didn't he? Which was a clever little shot. I was with you, Ken, the bottom one. If you're not on it, he's on this one that's near the pink spot, so quite a big area to land in there.
29.
It's not perfection with the cue ball at the minute, this break, but wrong side of the blue. Yeah, not obvious how he's going to land on a red here. He's only got to power it. Hoping he won't stick on the pink. Ooh.
34.
Well, if he's on this red into this left corner pocket, what a shot he's played there. I mean, that was Judd to perfection. Wonderful positional shot, and it's worked out a treat. What a shot that was.
Amazing. I have to call him Judge Trump after that one. Absolutely fantastic the way he's landed on that. Okay, he played on an area, but couldn't turn out any better. And this is more like the opening frame where he made that
42.
sparkling 114 century. just not quite had the cue ball in this break, Ken, as he's always been a little bit off all the time, but he's keeping it going.
$43.
Yeah, just I think one more good positional shot. He might have to just go into the 1 or 2 reds here, and then they will all open up. That's the one. Perfect.
Beautiful little shot that was.
50. $51.
Yep, looking good again. You'll know that last frame was a massive let-off. His young opponent
58.
definitely should have won that frame. So, I'm delighted to be
59.
3-1 ahead at the interval, which is looking like it's going to be the case for all money.
Yeah, matches have certain swing points, don't they? And that was certainly one of them.
66.
Pang had his chance to go 2-1 ahead. Missed it.
67.
Judd Trump's confidence. He's back up. Could be another big break here.
You nearly cursed him.
Yeah.
73.
Wriggled a little bit, that one, didn't it?
$74.
He's going to need the yellow to keep the break going and possibly get a century.
81.
Said already 47 centuries. Remarkable return scoring
82.
power already so early in the season.
A nice little shot played there with a bit of side just to flip the red over. It's quite tight.
$89. $90.
Now can he get right behind this yellow here? Just past the left centre pocket. Oh, it looks good. Oh, he needs a bit of luck. Unlucky, almost.
97.
Well, now we're going to see a Judd Trump special here.
Come on, Judd. Side cushion, top cushion. Just hit the top cushion just before the yellow. Then you can pot it and get out on the green. That's the one I'm going for, Ken.
Straightforward, isn't it? Straightforward. There you go. Yeah! Well called. Well called.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
102.
This 48th century of the season. 949 in total.
106.
I don't know what he had when he went out after that little break, Ken, but get me two.
111.
Yeah, it didn't affect him. It's been wonderful. Some great shots. Where's the black going? How many cushions?
17.
Oh, such a spoiled sport. What a break from Judd Trump. 124. He goes to the mid-session interval. He leads Pang Junxu 3 frames to 1.
I think I've had 2 shots right in 20 years, not one. But now more of the same from Judd. Century break, the start of the match was brilliant, and so was the frame 4. And quite commendable, Ken, coming back in after that little break, that, you know, he came in straight away and cleared the table.
Yeah, and it would have been very easy to lose the concentration, but no, he's playing superbly well. It's a tall order for his young opponent, Pang Junxu. He looked pretty relaxed. Had a little chat with him in the players' room. Said the table is really nice. He's loving playing on it. Very fast.
I also think it's the venue as well, Ken. I just think it's one of those. I'm always, I think it's a lovely venue to play in. I think it's just synonymous with the UK now. It's always very warm and quite cosseting. I think it's a nice place to play in. Makes you feel like you want to play snooker in this place. And of course that warmth will help the tables, no doubt about that.
Yeah, and I think just, the format as well, John, makes a big difference to this. The format changed last year from the 4 tables out the front to 2. It just makes it more special, better atmosphere. Of course, the crowd know top 16 are guaranteed. That makes a big difference to the gate. Just a lovely setup to the UK Championship. And I think the players enjoy it as well. They feel like it's a proper tournament when, the emphasis is just on 2 tables.
Yeah. Focus of attention, and also top of all of that, wonderful city is York, which we're all very happy to come to every year.
Oh yeah, particularly this time of year as well. It's a wonderful time. It really is the home of the UK Championship.
Well, that's an attacking safety shot. Played that purposely thick, open the reds up, and that's somebody who's wanting to get on with the game and feels confident. Slight grimace from me, thinks he may have left the tempter, but there's nothing easy here. And if you are going to take the long red on, you'd better knock it in. So it's putting his young opponent, who's 3-1 down, under pressure. He's taking it on. Big shot.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah, another wonderful piece of cueing, and he could actually force an angle out of that and get up the table, but really well played.
Yeah, and it wasn't one that he sort of hit too hard. He was guilty of that in a few shots. He just cued it lovely. Let the cue do the work. Now, what can he do? How big can he score here? Has to try and put Judd under a little bit of pressure by trying to win a frame in one visit. It's not going to be straightforward. He's got to try and get a pink out into play if he can. He's got a nice angle on the blue here just to play a little cannon. He could play for a loose red, but we could play a little cannon just on that red, just left of the pink. That's what he's looking at. All right.
Yeah, I do feel as if he's got to move something, don't you? It's not an easy chance as it stands. So you want a little cannon here. His choice whether he plays for the outside red or the pink. Didn't quite get the side of the pink that he wanted.
11.
So cue ball's run away slightly, and there's not much you can do with these.
Just wondering, can he screw the red end cue ball off top cushion, side cushion, maybe get on the pink into the right centre. He's got to avoid these reds. Well, he's playing it with topspin, but he's trying to find a gap through the reds near the black spot. Now, has he got the gap? He's got the gap. Is he on the pink? He is on the pink. What a shot.
That is a wonderful shot. That is as good as he's played today. Wow, that is fabulous. Almost bounced the cue ball in the air and then got the top spin to come back for the pink. Brilliant shot.
Well, this is handy. Pink will go on the black spot. Its own spot covered.
18.
And it's available into the right corner pocket.
Oh, it's a lovely little cannon here if he wants just to drop on that red that's below and open the pink spot. Pink that's on the black spot even more.
19.
And that wonderful positional shot a couple of shots ago could be the key to this frame. Oh no, can you believe it? He's done all the hard work. He's played one of the shots of the championship so far and he misses that.
Yeah, just concentrating on that little cannon on that red. Took his eye off the pot. Cardinal sin.
1. Seven.
He may have actually taken a little chance on playing a cannon onto the red and the black there. Just he's still held position, but he might have just got the black back in play. But not to be.
8.
Decided to go this way.
There you see, black not available into that left corner pocket. He may play on one of these reds just into this bottom right corner. Has he gone too far? He's had a quick look. Must be pretty close.
13.
No, he's okay. Just about.
Yeah, we had a little look. He's changing his plan here, coming this side.
$14.
Well, that little shot is just open up those. You see the three reds above the pink, and then a lovely line into this bottom right corner pocket. So not much work to do with the cue ball.
Yeah,
20.
this particular visit will be hurting his young opponent. He knows full well all these should have been his.
21.
Played an absolutely brilliant shot to get on the pink in the middle. But if you miss a dolly shot like he did there, you've got to fear the worst.
You see it happen so many times, don't you? You know, he's created a wonderful opportunity for himself. Got the balls in perfect position, just playing a little
27.
cannon. Took his eye off the pot. Concentrating so much on playing that cannon. It was straightforward, really.
28.
Now he's going to have to sit down and suffer.
$34. $35.
That one's gone astray. Expecting a bigger bounce off this top cushion, so he may have to go in and out of ball to back down for these reds here. I'm not quite sure whether he can hold the cue ball here off this pink.
Yeah, he's just made himself have a bit more work, hasn't he? I mean, the three reds that are there, if he goes around the angles and all he's got to do is miss the brown, it's a big target to go into. Well, he decided to play screw up with check side. And that'll work. Absolutely
41.
spot on. But he had the shot, didn't he, around the angles where he'd come round and left himself the three reds, but screwed up with the check side.
Well, that one
42.
particular shot, John, I'm not quite sure of any other player that would have played that shot like that. Checking it off the ball cushion. Quite incredible. Inch perfect.
Yeah, we often say he plays shots other players don't play, and that was definitely one of them.
$47. $48.
Yeah, that red that's just above the black and red is pretty good for a left-hander. He didn't feel as if he could hold the cue ball in that area, so played round the angles.
53.
Not quite over the line in this frame yet, but it's getting close.
Thank you.
Well, it's
54.
not perfect. 25 ahead. Pink will put him 41, but still 43 remaining. So may have to, well, play a little cannon on the black, open that red up, screw back into it if you can, or play with lots of side. Try and get on that red near the top cushion.
Wow, what a shot that is. What a shot that is. I mean, he's played 2 or 3 in this break. I mean, we mentioned that a shot earlier on the pink that he checked, but that one there, that's as good as it. To finish there, absolutely
61.
brilliant. Brilliant shot. Very few players in the game could have made that break, and certainly the way he went about it.
68.
Just the way he plays. And it's different.
Judd Trump, 68.
And a nod from his opponent. Break of 68 from Judd Trump. There were some shots in that. Plenty for the boys to analyse in the studio, I would think.
Full of confidence at the moment. He's also playing a player that's not putting him under any pressure whatsoever, which makes it a little bit easier.
Yep, he's cruising right now. 4-1, needs 2 more.
Yeah, 4-1 down to someone playing as well as he is a very, very much an uphill task, but you go back to a Kenema harping on about it, he's got to score, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And his chances come, he's got to score.
Well, that missed Pink, wasn't it? As I said, he created a wonderful opportunity for himself in that frame. Pot some good balls, got a good, lovely long red to get in, made that wonderful positional shot. Well, when you're playing well, you always seem to get a bit of luck as well.
It was a shame that Junxu missed that particular chance, because the shot he played would be one of the shots of the championship, and it ended up on the cutting room floor. It was a brilliant shot, and he didn't do too much off it.
Well, here's confidence. Brown into the left centre, playing for red, left to the bunch. Gone too far. He may be on this red above the black, but it's not the red he played for.
Yeah, once again, these are tricky to know where the cue ball's going to finish. You just got to pot it and screw back and hope.
6.
Yeah, that'll work.
He'll settle for that, won't he?
Amazing.
Now, what's the shot here, John? Play on the black or the blue, or does he Play this red off 2 cushions, white into the
11.
pack. It's an exhibition shot, but it wouldn't put it past you. There you go, look. I told you. I wouldn't put it past you.
That is just obscene.
12.
Can't believe he's not on anything. It's unbelievable. Great shout, Ken, but that's a man in supreme confidence.
He is a bit unlucky, you'd have to say. He wasn't on a ball colour, so just
Judd
settle in
Trump, 12.
for a snooker behind the brown and keep the pressure on his opponent.
I think when you ask me those questions about what shot he's playing next, I should get multiple choice. Because to be honest with you, half the time I've got no idea. Most people wouldn't have, because he just plays his own brand, and it's very special. It's been quite clever there, the way he's played that behind the brown as well. He's blocked off the right-hand side of the table where Junxu would like to drop on that red that's near the middle pocket. You can't really do that where he's left the cue ball next to the brown.
Foul and a miss. Judd Trump, 4.
Don't know, come and have a look, Judd, because the red will pass the blue up into the yellow pocket and right behind it in the commentary box, so that definitely goes. And the way he's been knocking everything in, you'd have to think that'd be the one he'd take on. Yep, it's like shelling peas.
Six.
He's had a good look at the pink. He may play for pink or black here.
7.
Looks like the pink does pot, and there you see. He's had a good look at that. Perfect. I think the pink spot may be covered when this goes in, so it would go on the black spot. Now let's see. Yeah, I think the pink spot's covered, so pink goes on the black spot. And that
13.
just opens things up even better for Judd Trump here. Another wonderful opportunity
14.
to win the frame from this visit.
And just keep the concentration levels up and get this match over and done with. We've already seen here at the UK Championship this week already a couple of matches where people have been 5-1 up
20.
and they've let it go and ended up getting beat 6-5. So keep the concentration levels up, get the match done as easy as possible, and keep that petrol for the rest of the event. So he'll be trying.
Spider.
Yeah, he's going to need the spider here. It's just cue ball just ran a little bit further than he would have liked. No problem.
Thank you.
Now,
21.
what sort of an angle has he got on this pink? Let me see. Slight angle. Let's play this well. Once again, a great
27.
example of his cue pair, virtual ease in which he can generate so much speed on the cue ball.
28.
That was a beautiful little shot again, wasn't it? No, he just screwed that back and made sure he was on that red. Nice little cannon up into the middle red of the 3. He'd be on the bottom one. So there's your cannon. Bottom red available, one in the middle available.
$34.
Maybe the red into the middle is probably a better choice, John, because you just drop it in and stay on the pink into the bottom left corner pocket. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I don't blame him giving it a bit of thought, because it's not the red in the middle, very easy, but just what's next? And 2 bottom reds. The bottom one only pots from virtually where the cue ball is, so it does need a bit of thinking about.
35.
So that's the way he went about it. Just made sure he had that angle just to screw back and leave that red. Didn't want a cannon on the other one that was just to the right
41.
of the pink.
You could play for pink or black
42.
here. Black it is. Black will put him 65 ahead, just one more red and a colour. Another frame on the board for Judd Trump. His cue ball control has been excellent, John, in these frames.
49.
Yeah, I'm just loving the way he's going about it. As I say, it's different from other people, but
50.
it's absolutely class to watch. Wow. Can you believe that?
Judd Trump. 50.
Still should be over the line on 5-1. But I didn't see him missing that one, Kenny.
No, he hasn't missed many easy ones, but thankfully, as Pan comes to the table, there's only 59 on the table and 66 in arrears, so 2 4-point snookers required. Tall order.
Yeah, just a little lapse in concentration there. And, just annoy him a little bit because he likes to have had this frame over and done with without having any messing about. Can give himself 15 or 20 minutes aggravation here with the Pang Junxu can take a few high colours and play for snookers off the last red. It's a frame that Judd should have had done and dusted. Massive favourite in the frame, of course he is, but he could have done without this messing about near the end of it.
Nine.
Yeah, try to get an angle on that black to maybe disturb the red over the near the left middle. I don't think he can do that now. He's too straight. He really wants to keep that red and ball because it's in a perfect position if he gets a chance for a snooker. So he's played for the double here. Try and
16.
get back on the black.
Can he do it without the double kiss? Is he just alright, is he? Maybe so, yeah. I think he's okay. Did sound a bit double kissish, didn't it?
Pang Junxu. 16.
Thought it was worth taking that on because he'd have the red on the right covered, but he has left a chance of this one. Once again, good piece of cueing required for this. It's not easy. It's there though. Good shot. And as Ken quite rightly said, that red that's in the balk area, it's very easy to play the snooker. So just important to get the cue ball in that balk area where you can guarantee the snooker in behind the green. Doesn't want the cue ball to go near the cushion really.
8.
It's not bad. You can dig into this.
Yeah, and you don't want to put the red near a cushion. You want to try and keep it out in the open, but keep that cue ball tight behind the green. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, nice shot.
8.
Very nice shot. So much more difficult when the red is away from a cushion. Becomes a bigger target when it's close to a cushion, but now this is certainly not straightforward to hit this.
Yeah, so 2 snookers required.
Oh, well played. Well played.
Yeah, excellent. So not beyond the bounds of possibility, but generally playing against the top boys and the way Judd's improved in that department, tricky to see him getting the 2 penalties he needs, but you never know.
I'm just wondering, John, will he attempt to pot the red and the black and play for 2 snookers on maybe the ball colours? Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
1.
So that eradicates the free ball scenario with the red. But if he gets a good cue ball once again in balk behind the yellow, try and lay a difficult snooker again for his opponent. It's the bounce. It's not too
8.
bad.
Yeah, key to this, of course, is getting absolutely tight in behind the pink. It's no good if you leave a gap. You're going to try and get it right on top of it.
Bang Junxu.
Yeah,
8.
good shot.
Yeah, that's pretty good. He would have loved to get that yellow closer to the black, though. It would have made this escape a lot more difficult.
But, you know, harping back to that situation, pink in the middle, he knocks it in. Judd, he doesn't have all this messing about. Hit the first one that he was snookered by, but this one's tricky. Good shot again.
Yeah, that's the problem against when you need a couple of snookers. You've got to end up laying about 6 or 7 or sometimes even 8, John, to get those penalty points.
Yeah, and as the point you made earlier, Ken, is certainly pertinent, isn't it? You need not only to get in behind the colour quite close, you need to get that, you know, the yellow in this case next to the black or another colour to make the snooker more difficult. Because we've seen already Judd's escaping has been very good. So you almost need the ultimate.
This time it's not a snooker. Well, he's left the pot, which would trump yellow into the left centre. Just having a look at the scoreboard. Well, decided against it. Probably because he had no control over the cue ball.
Yeah, I think he thought he might have cannoned into the blue or something, so he thought, I don't want anything ridiculous to happen, so I'll just play safe. Don't blame him.
Well, it's gone wrong, so we take the opportunity to try and knock this yellow in. It's a quite a cute angle. No, playing the double instead. Possibility here, maybe getting that cue ball behind the black. Off 2 cushions, send the yellow back up towards the bulk area.
Yeah, pretty poor attempt there. Mishit. You could see by his actions there he wasn't very happy the way he hit that one. One of those situations, Ken, isn't it, as a player, you think to yourself, why did I just not knock the pink in the middle pocket? Wouldn't be having to do all this.
Yeah. The frame would have been over 10 or 15 minutes ago. And here's the pink. All he does is drop that pink in the middle and the frame's over. Can he possibly lay a snooker here on green or brown? Oh, strange way to play it, and I think he might have left the gap. You can't pot the yellow, but you can certainly see it. But it was never going to get any points from playing a snooker like that way. This time it is a snooker, but it's a, well, that's an easy swerve you would feel for Judd Trump. And the softer you hit this, actually you get more swerve on the ball. So you don't want to hit this too hard. It's just a gentle little swerve. There you see. Nice shot.
Chancing behind the black here. Hasn't been very convincing, I have to say, the last few attempts he's made. I must hit that one as well, by quite a way.
Well, he might have a chance here, behind the pink. Once again, keep the yellow away from a cushion. It's pretty good, and the yellow is not too bad. And this one is not straightforward at all.
Yeah, of all the ones that he's laid so far, this is definitely the best. So, top cushion, a little bit of left-hand side.
Missed it.
Foul. Bang Junxu.
Another chance
4.
here from John if he puts the yellow, gets over towards that green and lay a snooker in behind the brown. That's what you'd expect him to do. Chance.
Yeah, a little bit of right-hand side, I should have said there, the way he was playing it, but didn't quite work out for him.
2.
Okay. Can get in behind the brown. The problem here, of course, is it got much distance between the balls. As he plays the stun shot, he's just playing the slow in behind it.
Bang Junxu. 2.
So it's only down to the one snooker. As I say, just aggravation. Judd Trump didn't need this frame. Should have been well done and dusted.
If he goes across the table here, it's missable. Okay. He may play it off 2 cushions, actually hit the back of the green, but it is missable. Oh, the cue ball was one close to the corner. Middle pocket. Wow. Good hit though.
Well, if he gets in behind the black, this will be some shot. It's a nice try. It was one of the... Certainly was pretty difficult the way he was playing that, but thought it was worth a go. It was a very good try. Yeah, it's turned out all right for Judd. That's far from easy to get any snooker from there. As the player, we've all done it, Ken. We've all been there as well. When you're in this situation and your opponent needs a snooker, you can start getting a little bit too careful, can't you? You're thinking all things are going to go wrong and worried about making a foul anywhere. I tell you what, that is a very good attempt.
He's a bit unlucky there.
Yeah, a couple of attempts early on weren't convincing, but the last couple have been very good tries.
We may be able to actually cut this green in here. Playing it. The cue ball coming down this end of the table. But yeah, Just getting a little bit nervy here, Judd Trump. Still in control, but just getting a bit more of a bother for him. As I said, his frame should have been over 15, 20 minutes ago. If he plays the up and down here with the green, he's got to avoid the double kiss with the cue ball. And there's the double kiss. That's what he had to avoid, and that should be it now.
Yeah, sometimes there's just a shot on the table where you can't get a snooker, and that was probably one of the situations. Just been better just playing a containing safety there, but didn't work out for him.
3.
Yeah, will be a relieved Judd Trump. Yeah, 31 ahead, just confirming the score. It's just in or over with the brown on the pocket. Pretty good.
Thank you. 7.
One way
12.
of getting on the pinky. Oh, how many cushions? Is he going to play the black? No.
18 on the
He
frame.
won't be bothered.
Good shot.
He's won the frame. He goes 5-1 up. One more frame for a place in the last 16 by the man on form, Judd Trump. He leads 5-1.
So it looks almost a certainty that another W, another win is coming Judd Trump's way, but a 50 in that last break. But it took a little bit of time to get over the line in the end. At the end of the day, how much do those things annoy you, matter to you when you are so far in front, Stephen?
I think it probably annoys the commentators more than the actual player, because we hate it. Because what do you say when the frame's dead at the end of the day? But it's annoying for the player. I don't think Judd ever thought he was going to lose the frame. I would say if it was a match where he had any chance of losing, maybe a little bit of concentration could be broken, but there's no chance of that here, so Judd's not bothered.
Okay. For you?
Yeah, it'd be interesting at the end of an event if Judd were to go on and have a run here, how many of those frames that you should have won earlier, and then you have to endure the stress of a potential fight back. Does that eat away at your energy levels and concentration levels as the tournament progresses?
It's
I'm
an
not
interesting
sure.
question, actually.
I'd love to know the time, say at the World 17 days at the World Championship, how much time is wasted?
Well, I'll tell you what, since he missed the pink, 21
Purists would
minutes.
say wasted? What is then wasted? But
What do you think? 21 minutes elapsed since he missed the pink to the actual end of frame. But yeah, you're right. Actually, if you do add all of that up over a long period of time, it's a long time out there.
we should have a tournament where there's no snookers. When the
who
frame's
knows?
mathematically over, the frame is over.
Have you been saying that for a while?
I tweeted that last week.
See?
I got widely abused for it, but I think I'm onto something. You know, the frame's over. Let's rack them up and let's go.
Okay, so how are you going to get that over the line then, boys?
Well, with difficulty, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But it was certainly. I mean, for you guys in TV land, I mean, you just know when frames are going to finish. That's it. It's like because there's so much dead time, isn't there? I mean, that's you know, who enjoys watching when somebody's 3-4 snookers?
You say that, but I mean, how many times have we seen exciting frames where something happens and there is a clawback, and it's important for young guys like Pang Junxu to have the experience of maybe
snookers
trying.
definitely playing. I think maybe a rule 3 snookers.
Shall we continue this whilst they play?
Yes.
Okay, back we go.
Thank you, Hazel. Typical. 2 players who don't know what a snooker looks like want to change the rules.
Game is called snooker for a reason, John, isn't it? But yeah, it's an interesting debate. I suppose after you would say maybe a certain amount of snooker is required, then maybe there's a case for it. But not for just 2. Oh, a misplaced shot once again from Pang, but he's got away with it. Oh, I say he's got away. He's taking this on. Well, it was a very difficult shot. Maybe Judd Trump has got away with it.
Well, if he's got away with that one, that's incredible. He's had a couple today he's gotten away with, but that was certainly an attacking shot. When it's glued into the back of the pack, it may actually be safe. Could be re-rack here. What do you think, Ken? Potential.
Well, if it's a touching ball,
Yeah.
Ben Williams going to have a good look, but I think it might be touching here.
Yeah, I think he's
Touching
got it
both
by
balls.
out, hasn't he?
Yeah. Roll the cue ball to the top cushion, and then maybe Pang will separate black and red, and then should be back to normal.
Yeah. Wasn't a total impasse, was it? But certainly gotten away with 1 or 2 today. Just happens when you're playing well. Simple as.
Just got to be careful here. Doesn't want to leave that red that's close to the right centre pocket. He's okay. There is a red into the left centre, and it'd be, well, it would be dangerous, this one, if he took this one on. He'd be definitely leaving the red in bulk, for sure. Contemplated it for a minute.
Yep. He's certainly licking his lips at the prospect of it. You can tell he's so full of confidence. He wants to take it on, but percentage-wise, is it the right shot? He's got a pretty simple safety shot. Get the cue ball back virtually where it is now. But he's looking like he's going to be tempted, Ken.
I was just wondering if he could pot this red, even if he misses it, leaves the red just below the D, basically. He wouldn't leave the red on in bulk. But he's fluked it instead. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Just give him the trophy now, will you? Just give him a... Unbelievable. I'm saying he's had a good run of the balls today. In 1 or 2 instances, that was an absolute monster.
I always say, no
Good
matter
shot,
how
one.
good you are, no matter how talented you are at any sport, you could always deal with a little bit of luck. It comes in handy. Certainly did there.
Yeah, lovely feeling for Pang Junxu coming to the table. Completely snookered after someone's just missed a pot in the middle pocket. And you're 5-1 down. Incredible fluke. Yeah, it's well done. Got himself out of a very tricky situation there. What's his turn to leave anything? Definitely one up into the yellow pocket, mid-range. May even go in the middle. So big chance here for Judd. And he'd be thinking this could be frame and match this visit. Yeah, does go in the middle. Duly dispatched. He's landed on the green there. That's a right bonus. And he has, and a perfect angle, Kent.
Yeah, you can just play on the red just beside the blue. Great chance to win frame and match now for Judd Trump.
4.
So many of these are available, aren't they? Reds are at the back. They're nearest to the black. The bottom ones will both go. 2 of them. This is a fabulous chance.
5.
And that last frame, where he had to go through that mental aggravation for 15 or 20 minutes, will probably focus his mind a bit more here. I want to get this done in this visit.
Yeah, it's just a perfect scenario here, isn't it?
12.
Plenty of reds available. No work to do just yet. Could have 40 or 50 points on the board before he even thinks about going into the pack of reds.
17. 18.
As I say, those couple of reds above the black are available. So just play on the outside one on the right here, pot that, and that'll be back for those.
23. 24. 31. 32.
Well, that little stat tells a story in itself. Average shot time for Judd Trump, 14 seconds. But that one was not great.
39.
Short with the cue ball, needed to be higher up. But if he gets this red, certainly lots of other reds will be coming into play.
Yep, that loss of position, of course, made that shot more difficult, and well, that looks very tight for potting the pink. I don't think it's on. So So it looks like end of break even for him. Surely he won't take the yellow on as a pot. So 41 point lead. The Reds are in really nice position for a counter attack, so he's got to be very careful with this safety shot if he's going to play one. Not over yet for that young man. Go on, Ken, you're the tactician. What's he doing here?
Well, he's got to try and get a colour safe. Yellow would be preferable. Try and hide this red down this left hand side of the table. So if you get the cue ball somewhere in the middle of the ball cushion, put the yellow on the left cushion, then he'd be pretty safe. He's going to play the black off maybe 4 cushions, but I don't think he'd have any insurance then. I don't think this is the right shot. Could try and screw the cue ball in behind this red. It's down in the left corner pocket. Knock the black up the table. Wouldn't leave any pot on. Yeah, that's what he's tried to do, but he hasn't played it well. Oh, there's a cut.
Judd Trump, 40.
I don't know. One good news about that shot, a bit of good news, was he's clipped that red tight onto the side cushion just before the middle pocket, so it's in one of the most awkward spots for making a counter clearance. Can't see whether this is on or not, and the way he's going about it, it isn't. So the shot worked out pretty well for Judd there. Didn't leave the red and put another one safe, which is very handy with a 41 point lead. Couple of options here. We could be tempted to screw into the blue and mess the table up a bit more, actually. Hit this red into the blue. Not the worst shot. Try and get it in a safer position. Yes, it's just one of the awkward things being a professional snooker player. He's desperate to get in and score some points, but at the same time he doesn't want to mess the table up for himself, which he has done in some respects with that shot. Pushing the pink, a more awkward position. Don't know whether that was the right shot there, Ken.
Yeah, he didn't mean to get the pink, but what's happened here? He's left the red into this left corner, left middle pocket, and he's got it. Good pot. And he's on the brown, and he's knocked another red safe.
Yeah, outstanding pot that. Boy, this table's quick. I mean, that looked absolutely perfect at one point and then just kept going.
5.
Playing for that red in the middle pocket and it just got an extra revolution. Good pot, but is he on a colour? If he's not on anything here, he could take this opportunity to mess the frame up even more and put something else safe.
Yellow ball.
Yep, good idea.
Judd trump 6.
Get some points, keep your opponent away from the next red and mess the table up. You're the one with the 47-point lead.
Well, he took a difficult red on, but he's left this red into the left centre and get on the brown. Doesn't want to play for the green here. The green will go back in the spot and will sort of cover that red that's close to the spot. So the brown will be the best choice here.
One.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. I can't believe he's played on green there. Don't know why. Nice little cannon, that'll help with that, but of course, as you quite rightly said, green goes on its spot and stops that red from being potting. Okay, you get on the other one first, it'll go in the left hand pocket, but I would have played on brown myself.
Yeah, he could have waited and left that green for another time, but okay, so he's got to get on the brown here. No, it's no good. No good.
Right.
That was a complete deceleration. Nervy one, but we went about it the wrong way.
Yeah, we're going back to the first point, aren't we? Just went about it the wrong way completely. Big shot now.
Black ball. Thank you.
Yeah, good pot, good recovery. But he won't be potting this red. I don't think it's pottable into the right centre, but yeah, good pot. Well done.
Yeah, the only thing I will say about it all this is that the reds they're all going to be in pottable positions after this shot, you would think, so they're not stuck on the side cushion anywhere. He's made it slightly better for himself.
A little snooker in behind the pink here. Oh, that little kiss on the blue with the red
12.
has left it. But for that, he might have had Judd in a snooker there, but the red is pottable.
Must confess, didn't see him missing that one. Certainly not by that much. Thought that was going to be around the angles on the black and game over, but not to be. So Junxu's 35 points behind, but certainly not out of this frame. Looking a lot healthier than it did about 5 minutes ago when everything looked glued to side cushions and in awkward positions. Just the one red over near the yellow. So he's still in this. And he'll certainly have a pot at a red now.
You can take this red on, bring the cue ball back down towards the black. Oh, this cue ball looks close to this corner pocket. Another chance for Judd Trump. I think he can get through to that red, just past the green. The one closest to the top right corner pocket. He's having a look at it. Yeah, just enough room. One good pot here. Yeah, that's better. Ooh. Not the desired kiss on the brown. Black is gone. Safe. Left hand side cushion. Get that cue ball. Cover on behind the pink.
Judd Trump 1.
Pretty decent shot that. 36 points in it, so just the yellow ball really that's out of commission for a counter clearance before he got to that final black, which is a bit awkward, but he just needs a good chance. Excellent from Judd that though. Very good safety shot. Is that his final shot in this year's UK Championship? Should be. Yeah, good pot.
1.
So just this blue will lead his young opponent needing snookers. And no heroics with this red, you would think, Ken.
No, I'll be just rolling it in. It's been a decent
6.
performance with Judd Trump. The last couple of frames maybe have gone a little bit ragged. A little bit of concentration loss, but by and large, he'd be delighted. A couple of centuries in there. He'd be delighted just to get over this
7.
line without too much trouble.
Brown ball.
Certainly the man to beat. The defending champion's out. The man who beat him in the final of the champions only a couple of weeks ago. But on this performance, we would have to say he's playing the best snooker
11.
in the world right now. Oh, and he produces shots like that as well. That's what they come to see. That's what they love.
16.
What a shot.
Wow, what a pot that was. Clean as a whistle. Well, not to be, but his younger opponent will come and shake hands. So thank you very much, Judd. And it's all about the W, as Stephen Hendry said today. Get that win over in the first round, and Judd Trump will get stronger in this tournament. He's been strong all year, and he's definitely the man to beat. He beats Junxu by 6 frames to 1.